Anyway. That's kind of poggers. God, I will never get tired of Escape. I really won't. It's so good, and like, it's so... I'll just never get tired of this song, it's so good. Good news for everybody involved, though. I have successfully managed to purchase and download Boy Band Edition Final Fantasy 15. It's gonna be great. I can't wait for all the parts where I get to have fun and you know, get to have fun and I make the boys kiss. Can't wait for that. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Boy Band Simulator. Yeah, Boy Band Simulator. It's Goth Boy Band Simulator. Don't you know? Alright, maintenance tonight at, let's see, yep, 9 o'clock. So today is gonna get short, cut short a little bit, because it be like that. Also, Luke, thank you so much for the 4 months too. I super duper appreciate it. Hope you're having an absolutely lovely time. Did you know that 2 + 2 = 4, which is how many months you've been subscribed for? That's kind of poggers. You're kind of poggers. Alright, here we go. But alright. Yeah, no, like straight up, I am actually really, really excited for 15. There's like a lot of DLC that comes with it too, like a lot of DLC. I'm real excited about that. I also think, contrary to the opinions of many, I think it's gonna be a good game. I'm going in with 0 expectations, so it can't possibly disappoint me, on the bright side. I guess my only real concern is that, they've been there for a while. I can't wait to see how you like the characters. I think I will. My only real concern is I'm hoping Final Fantasy 15 remembers that women exist, because I'm not sure I've seen a single woman in any of the promotional art or like trailer pieces. And then I just kind of noticed that. I'm like, oh, there's like a really big lack of that, huh? So we'll see, I'm sure. All right, what did I need? Breach and puppets. Bum 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 bum. Oh wait, wrong one. Oh, there we go. That's puppets. Breach. Yeah, I need factory tokens. Yeah, I'm very excited for it. Everything's still not even close to done. I'm actually probably about like over halfway done. I have, to show you guys kind of what I have, for my BiS stuff. Right here. Yeah, there we go. It's better. Oh, hey, yeah, leave that alone. Just kind of show you, I've got all of my Shadowless stuff, because I did all the Heroes Gauntlet things. I have all that done. I have all of the gear here. I just need to augment it all. I need the boots. I need the... So the only item I don't have, the only 2 items I don't have are the boots and the chakram. That's it. I need to meld all of these, and I need the tokens to upgrade or to augment these 3 things. My bracelets and my gloves are done. Completely done, which is why they've got an X there, which means completely done. That's how I'm symbolizing this, is X means totally done. But I have the items for the other ones. I just need to, like, augment them and shit. So that's what we're gonna do. But I'm not gonna do all of these fucking copied factory runs all at once, because that'd be miserable. Yeah, fuck that idea. I'm just gonna do like 1, and like that's it. I see the list. Yes. I'm doing pretty good. I hope. I had a rest of a good morning, yes. It's more like the afternoon, but it was pretty good. I really want to play more Stardew Valley. Not gonna lie. Xavier, thank you so much for the Prime. Did you know that you've been subscribed for 1 + 1 + 1 months, which is how many? Which equals 3, which is kinda poggers. There we go. Got it. But yeah. Also, Max, do you know if the tentative times are locked in schedule-wise? Not a super big deal, but that Sunday time's a little tricky. They're not. Okay, thank God.
This was not my intention.
That Sunday time slot's a little tricky for me. I might advocate for that to be moved. It can be pushed back earlier. Like, I can do it earlier on Sunday. I just can't do it, like, at 5 o'clock. And Juju, thank you so much for following. Super duper appreciate it. Hope you have an absolutely jubilant day, because my name is more jubilant. Love you so much. To be honest, the Tuesday slot's tricky for me, too. I'm not surprised. The Tuesday slot works perfectly fine for me. But that makes sense. So I'm gonna be so wiped. Yeah. The only, like... Usually my evenings don't work super well unless it's during the week. But also, I know we've got a lot of people with across the ocean, so we probably shouldn't be doing too many evenings anyway for the sake of people's sleeping schedules. So that's an added benefit. Aha. But yeah. What? So I'm queued for that duty. What can I do? Oh, I could probably just like grab a couple of stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do not blame you for being tired, because that is right after D&D. All in all, though, I'm very excited. I am hoping 3 nights of Ultimate a week won't wipe me. We're gonna cross our fingers on that one. We're gonna cross our fingers on that one. I don't think it will, she says, hopefully. Oh, actually. It also does help, too, that I'm playing 2 different classes. However much I love Black Mage, I do think I would get kind of tired after a bit. But maybe that's just me. Hello, Leaf Man. To be fair, though, I feel like this is a pretty good time. Like, if I'm going to be doing, like, a bunch of Ultimate stuff, I feel like this is a pretty good time to be doing it before the X-Pack comes out. Even though all of it's probably going to bleed into the X-Pack, don't worry about it. Because, like, you know, content drought, not much else to do. Aside from banging my head against a wall on Ultimates. Does anyone know if they've, like, announced or, like, alluded to, like, what the next Ultimate is gonna be? Or is that one kind of, like, up in the air? They have? Oh. What's the next one gonna be? The new one, I should say. Well, there's stuff, so no one's gonna want to do Ultimates for a bit. Yup. Oh, are they doing, like, Ford in the Nights? Oh. Interesting. Pope Ultimate. Heaven's Word Ultimate. Final boss chamber of the vault was set as part of the arena. Ah, oh. Gotcha. Also, hi Miri, and hi Larry. So they were just kind of like, Pope time. Everyone's like, Pope time. How's your day? My day is pretty poggers so far, actually. It's going pretty good. How's your day? Okay, what'd you do today? Nothing. Didn't really do anything interesting at all. You know. Showered. I showered today. I did do that. Yeah, you know, just didn't really do anything interesting today. Yeah, no. Certainly not. Certainly not. Nothing at all. Yeah, nothing at all. I don't know what you mean. Sus. What's so sus? Miri, have you ever stopped to consider that maybe you're the sussy baka and not me? Mm-hmm. Exactly what I thought. Sheesh. Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about. Leave me alone. That sounds pretty, sheesh to me. You better not attack me. Thank you. God. It does sound pretty sheesh. Sheesh. To me. Yeah, I didn't do anything at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't totally get up early and immediately play Stardew Valley or anything. Why would I have done that? That's so silly. Stardew Valley is such a silly little gay game. Maybe I am, but not the point here, Missy. That'd be very silly. Wouldn't it be so silly? Could I be the sussy baka? No, it's the children who are wrong. So dang, that queue time just keeps going up, huh? Doesn't even have like guns or anything. Yeah, and everyone knows real gamers use guns. No guns on me, that's, yeah, it's homosexual. Did somebody say Abigail? I'm sorry, I mean Stardew Valley. Look, I only romance Abigail. It's bad, it's bad. There's so many other great options, and like, damn it. Like, I'm just saying, Sebastian, kinda peggable. But Abigail, she's perfect. Oh yeah, I have Abigail's like loves list memorized. Always give her amethyst and rocks that she can chew on. You know, good for her. Good for her. Okay, where? I think there is a quest here. 72, new guy. I think you gotta raise your numbers there. Those are amateur numbers. Feed that girl rocks. She loves her rocks. It's great, honestly. I love it. She's just like... But like, she's great. So is Emily. So is Sebastian and Elliot. I also really like Leia. I don't know, it's just, all of them, really? I mean, Shane's actually pretty good, too, like, once you, like, get to know him. Abigail's the girl who tries to eat D&D dice. Tries, literally has. What do you mean? Huh. I wonder if I'm missing a quest or something. Oh? Oh, that's why. I know what's going on. Aha! Emily, she's so sweet. I love Emily. She's great. Like, honestly, the only romanceable NPC I don't really like... I don't know. I was gonna say, like, I guess Alex is really the only one I don't like, but he's not even that bad. Again, once you like get to know him, he's like actually pretty alright. He's actually like, he's kind of he's just a himbo. gonna start a single player starter. This is your fault. But I don't get it. Why would I be influencing you to do that, Max? I don't understand. Oh my god. Alright. I really like Leia. She's peak cottagecore. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, Leia's great. She is really cool. I feel like if I romance Alex, I'm in the way of his sports dreams, and that would feel awful. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like, Alex is actually, like, a pretty cool guy, but, like, you do kind of ruin his dreams. It's also kind of like Sebastian, too, where you also kind of keep Sebastian in the valley, though, if I'm being honest, I think it's also more of you helping Sebastian realize that maybe the valley isn't as bad as he thinks it is. Potentially. But, like, I can see either way. Hello there, you're the sweet young lady staying with Master Matoya, are you not? I mean, thank you for looking after the boy the one time. His name is Villain. You remember him, don't you? So I was running around with his friend, Quinfort. Ah, yes, his gay partner. You know, the one who just enjoys so much hearing the sound of his own voice? But just moments ago, he rushed in here with dashing off, shouting how he'd made a discovery of Statagrian import over in Fenau. Valen bless his heart, when running after him. I know these parts aren't as dangerous as they were before, but Quinford apparently made some friends among the V's, but still, I can't help but to worry. Is it kind to follow them after them? Make sure Valen doesn't get into anything over his head? And tell him that his mother sent you? I can say without a doubt, Quinford and Valen are incredibly gay. I want nothing for Sebastian to go live his life. Anyways, let me not get emotional about this game. It really does, like, it does ironically feel like there are certain characters that you are supposed to romance versus others that you're supposed to, like, have loved and let go kind of thing. Love Abigail, though. She does feel like she's, like, maybe one of the people that would be happy in the valley. Just give her a sword and she's happy, honestly. Actually, she already has a sword, never mind. The balance between stress and relaxing. Now, Ashley, you just have to be patient because if you start playing it too much offline, you might get ahead. And if you get ahead, you're gonna tucker yourself out on the game before we can ever even finish our playthrough. No such thing as having too many swords. Oh, I agree. Except, ironically, I haven't even touched the mines in, like... I haven't touched the mines at all, actually. I've never gone in the mines, I'm pretty sure. There's a tell you, Valen. When the will of the wood summons me, I must heed its call. The will of the wood. Oh my god, they're arguing with each other. This is great. Boyfriend argument. Last time, Quinfort, would it kill you to actually explain yourself before you go dashing around in the forest like a madman? What nonsense do you speak, Valid? The Keeper of the Whispers would never be so insolent to keep the gods away when they would share with me their wisdom. Why, the mere notion is preposterous, blasphemous even. Oh, shit. Now you go. Sammer, what are you doing here? Assumes the will of the wood. Again, a little long. You said there were any course of time. Alright, I'm gonna have to skip this cutscene. There we go. Don't want to miss the cue. I got fucking kicked out of that queue. Were you queuing too? I was trying to snipe and the game said, fuck you. Ash Ashley, you should have just asked. I would have invited you. You absolute goober. Oh, somebody's doing the pantomime. Who's... There we go. We're gonna get surprised by appearing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There, I'll go have some buffs. Why is the music like so quiet? Oh, because I turn it down. Yeah, you know that usually causes the music to be quiet. The game pulled a cries. True. Can't believe I dodged all of that. Alright, I'm so good at this game. Oh wait, I was supposed to move? Oh babe, your skills are poggers. Thanks! I know. Oh, crap, wrong button. Alright, there we go, better. We have another dancer too. Where's our other dancer? But yeah, anyway, my point being, Stardew Valley is great. It's a fantastic game. Love it lots. Crap. Oh man, all these Nier raids do is they just make me really want to play Nier again. What hit me? Rude. I don't think I got hit there, but okay. Okay, I did get hit there. Anyway. Recredit the final boss theme for the raid every single time? Same. God, that made me cry so hard. Like, Kane's song's really emotional, right? I really like Kane. She's a good lady. I should probably actually finish Replicant at some point. That would probably be a good idea. Oh, the 9S fight? Oh, I gotcha. I just haven't played Replicant? Oh. That's okay. I'll agree with that business too, actually. Have a buff. But it's on the list. It better be. Replicant made me very, very sad very fast. Yeah, Replicant is a game about despair. Nier, like Automata, is a game about hope. But Replicant is about despair. It is not... If you get further in Replicant, things get a little, things get less depressing, but it's very different tonally than Automata. But Replicant's really good at making you fucking sad. You see what I posted about the last boss? Earlier, or here, or when? When or where? I stopped playing for a bit. I'm not surprised. Replicant's really intense. Like, it is a very intense game. It's not a happy game. Yeah, bald. Oh, I don't check the spoilers channel. I don't check it. Mostly because I am of the mindset of I have not finished the game, so I don't want to be looking at the I'm not caught up, so I don't want to be looking at the spoilers channel, since the risk is too great. The lighthouse broke me, that's all. The lighthouse, yeah, the lighthouse is really sad. Does the lighthouse and the girl really hurt me? That hurt me so bad. And also, like, a little relatable, like a little bit, but just, oh my god, it hurt me so bad. Renz, you're free to talk about it now, though, if you'd like. Haven't picked it up since? Yeah, that's fair. Into the tube. Tube. Oh, I should probably actually make good on my gauge, huh? You bring Selkark for when I'm outside the raid? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Ah, crap. I dashed wrong. And it says I'm sorry. Oh. Now I'm sad. Spicy. That last raid of Nier is just unbelievable too. I can't believe that they just like it's just Drakengard. It's just surprise Drakengard. Surprise DDR. Maybe we want to play Drakengard? Lamel. Good luck getting a copy. Also, good luck stomaching the game. I guess Drakengard 3 isn't that bad. I think 2's the bad one, isn't it? But all of the Drakengard series is a little, intense, to say the least. Oh. Right. So I need to get the HD adapter for my PS2. Yup. But yeah, the Drakengard series is just very difficult to like get a hand on it, which is unfortunate. Yeah, 1 has the most yikes stuff. Okay, it's 1 that's the worst one. 2 is just kind of bad in general, and then 3 is some questionable bits. I believe I know the parts of 3 that are a little much. That might be a good idea then, Ashley. I have my sources that you do. Drakengard is mostly confusing. Sure. There's a lot of parts of Drakengard that are weird, yeah. Both Nier games are a lot more digestible. It's a lot easier to understand them. Zeus, you want to be insulted so bad. Imagine not playing the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV now with the expansion, the first expansion, Heavensward. I don't know. Let's see, what's another, what's a better insult? Imagine playing RuneScape. Back of my, like Zeus, have you ever left your RuneScape wormhole? I think that's all you play. That's all I ever hear you talk about. You're stuck playing like a 30-year-old game because you're just such a gamer. Anyway. What are you buying, stranger? Got HD settings now. Wow, it finally got updated, so it looks less like two solid pixels rubbing against each other. Interesting. On a third-party client. Oh wow, that's so cool. Love that. Very impressive. Look, I'm sorry. If there's a boomer game to make fun of, I'm probably going to do it. Crafting, because of crafting from RuneScape. Oh, nice! Look at that. Maybe Jagex should stop using Java. You know, an idea. Hi, Autumn. How are you? And take a step. Okay, that's poggers. I forget it, but meh. I understand Z's crafting. Doing nerd stuff? Love some nerd stuff. That's great. I have an idea. It's a risky maneuver, but I'm gonna do improvisation. Yes, quite. Yeah, it was actually a really good game, okay? Uh-huh. A likely story. One of the biggest MMORPGs for 20 years. I think I'd call into question some of those stats there, buddy. Biggest? Rune Escape? True, it's run escape. The game's telling us to run away to escape Z's. How is the game that good then? Checkmate. It's telling us to run and escape. Like, I don't know what you mean. One of the best RPG, EverQuest. Never played EverQuest. Rune's cape. Who's Runes and why do we have their cape? We're like NeverQuest. Destroyed. Got ruined. We're fighting a tank. Okay, cool. What job is it? No, it's an actual tank. Deja! Hello? How's my oh, hello. How's your beautiful face? Massacring RuneScape and EverQuest. Listen. Listen, listen. Remember, RuneScape spells run, escape. Coincidence? I think not. What could it mean? I have no idea. Probably means it doesn't want you to play it. Anyway. I'd say it's pretty big. That's not very big. Okay, everyone run away from me. Run away from me. Oh, don't. Anyway, Deja, thank you so much for the raid. I super duper appreciate it. Fuck. I messed that up. I super duper appreciate it. How was your day? What were you doing? What are you up to? Oh, crap. I took off my... I forgot how chaotic Alliance raids were. I'm super duper... Fuck, also. Nice! Wow, we have so much in common. Leveling Alt on Primal? Nice. I'm supposed to be leveling an Alt on Chaos at some point. But I don't know if I straight up don't know if I have time to do so. Yeah, I hope your stream was okay. Is that what you were doing on stream? Miri, are you still there? And System and Liladar, thank you so much for the follows. I was super duper appreciate it. Hope you're having a lovely time. Oh, Zeus, that's not true. I know that's not true. There you go. I know that's not true. Just Google and Google isn't wrong. Uh-huh, okay. You know, whatever you say, sweetie. Big laser beam. So you're farming for coins? You betcha. I have my tea shopping list at the moment, because I joined a tea static, and I need to get my BiS gear. My BiS. And it's going pretty well, actually. How much time will we be copying for? 2 hours. We're doing 2 hours. Oh yeah, I can do this too. Oh, this is a good idea. That's a great idea, Dancer. Alright. Also need to do that. Oh, are you doing best in slot? I'm feeling nauseous right now. Have you slept, Ashley? Are you? We still got about 3 hours, hun. So you got plenty of time if you want to like lie down or something. Most things geared before Endwalker. Ah, I gotcha. Oh, he does go in the middle. Okay. Gotta sleep the whole night though. I mean, you can set an alarm though, right? But sleeping is probably a good idea. At least taking a nap. Like, that's probably a good idea. Doesn't love a good nap. Actually me, fun fact. I can't nap. Like, I just can't do it. When does maintenance start tonight? About 9 p.m. my time. In about 5 hours? Yeah, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Uh-huh. Yup. Oh my god, my mouth tastes weird. Possibly because, like, you had your mouth, like, open when you were sleeping. That happens, yeah. So suck on that. Mm-hmm. Now, let me riddle you this, Zeus. Is that just the stats for North America? Is that just the stats for North America? Also, hi Sarah, how are you? Heck, that's so early. It's not nearly as early as that one maintenance that I think was like 7 o'clock or like 6 o'clock. I want to say. It's definitely not the earliest maintenance I've seen before. Though I will say, I've been noticing maintenances have been getting a lot like earlier and earlier and earlier. Those links if you want to fact check. I just appreciate, Zeus, that you're so determined to be right that you proved yourself wrong. But yeah, no, maintenance starts in like 5 hours or so. I believe this maintenance they're working on doing, improving like server infrastructure. They're trying to get ready for Endwalker. So that's a good thing. That's a really good thing, actually. But also, like, it's a... Let's do a snapshotting issues. Yeah, probably. We should probably skip this too, actually. Bum, 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 bum. God, this song's so good. Bum, bum, bum. I got my S5 today, I'm so happy. Or PS5? Oh, nice! Oh, congrats! I prefer the Kane theme, I'm pretty sure, in my opinion. But I like this one a lot, it's really good. Tell me I'm right. No, I'm still right. I'm still right, in fact, in comparison it is quite small. And like, hey, Zeus, if you didn't want the insult, you shouldn't have redeemed the command, hun. Your compliment is, So what can I compliment you on? You have a good taste in letters. Z is a great letter. Oh, don't actually compliment me, I don't want to cry. Oh, alright, okay. I do like the Puppets Bunker final boss theme. Puppets Bunker is very good. It also suits, have you played Nier stuff before? Like, have you played any Nier games before? I guess I'm curious. Undock. There it goes. Go. Oh, did it expire? Oh, it did. Son of a bitch, I was so close. I really wish we had a beautiful song with an opera boss. Same. Beautiful song is like literally one of my favorite songs. We did get sick with a disease, or what is it? Possessed by a disease, which is also one of my favorite songs. I like that one quite a bit. That one, a beautiful song. Obviously Kane's theme are like probably some like my favorite songs in the OST. Beautiful song is like stupidly good. It's so good. City of Ruins is my favorite track from Orchestration. City of Ruins is, yeah, that's very good. It's not a good game. Okay, sweetie, whatever you say. Love you, Zeus. Oh, actually, you want a compliment? I think you look fantastic, especially when you're very well rested. I think you look especially good when you're well rested. Anyway, oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. Ah, damn it, I'm not gonna get out of here in time. Ooh, I got out of here in time. Ha! You don't even know who you're. I'm not talking about myself, Zeus. Beautiful Song is a great boss fight song for a D&D fight. I use it, actually. I use it in my campaign. Even go to sleep now, ye. But no, okay, my real compliment for you, Ashley, is that you're pretty ding dang dimma darn smart, actually. And it's super fun to have conversations with you and to listen to you like talk about your ideas and stuff, because you're very the things you come up with are very like ingenious in their own way, and like I really appreciate it, and it's nice and it's fun. And you're kind of like all big brain and such. But no, like you just come up with like stuff I've never would have like even thought of before, and it's really great to like listen to you like talk about those things and like come up with that. You're good at what you do, you know? So there, is that a good compliment? How you describe the lore? Good. Yeah, I'm telling you, Automata is probably the best game I have ever played. I'm not kidding. Oh, well, we fucked up. Whoops. Like, I am not joking. It probably is the best game I've ever played. There we go. Sorry, Nines. You're a good femboy, but I'll see you later. Got both of those. I think I'm missing... Oh no, I already have that one. Grab that one. Okay, cool. Perfect. Like fantastic fantasy worlds? Yes, I agree. Okay, that's my copied factory coin. Good. That's taken care of. Actually, I'll just sort it like that. There we go. That's better. So I got my manufactured coin. I'm feeling better because I don't think it's a tiredness thing. Alright. That's fair. I'm just making sure you get your rest, though. That's important. Okay, dear lord. And then the materia for this is... Something? I don't know. Video games are complicated. Video games are complicated. What type of item are you going for? I'm doing best in slot stuff, so like... this business, if this makes any brain sense to you. Basically I'm just trying to get my coins for like, I need 2 coins. I need one for the necklace and the ring. I just got one for the belt. And then I need to augment, I need to materia these guys, because I haven't materiaed them yet. But the materia I need, I think I have? I think I do? I think. It's like, let me look at, if I remember, Sal's messages. So I need direct hit, determination, and crit is what I'm building mostly. And it's 8 material, which is a plus 60 materia, so... You need any input? Me and Sal have the list up? Ah, God, this hurts my brain. It is way too complicated to do this stuff. I really wish, like... I mean, okay, look, I get that you don't have to best in slot to do, like, to do the raid, right? I get that you don't have to, but it is a good idea. And, like, that's more of the problem than anything, is just because there's so much shit you have to, like, go through, you know? That's more of, like, my, I guess, my issue than anything. Is it feels very overwhelming to, like, try to do that, because there's not, like, it's not like they make a system in the game that's easy to, like, optimize. But I'm sure that's probably a leftover of, like, probably weird, like, 1.0 shit. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, that's literally what happened, you know? It's just, like, weird leftover bits. Is she remembering to rest regularly while she works? Proper meals? I do hope so. Oh. Good old Runar. You want deep shadow coating? Is what I think you were trying to remember. I have deep shadow. I have augmented deep shadow for some of my stuff, but like it's very mixed and matched. So it's not everything. Because some of the deep shadow stuff is what I want, but not all of it. And I already have all the stuff that I need for deep shadow. It's just like it's just the boot. I just need to do E2S and E4S for the chakrams and the boots, and then all the material melding, which I'll probably do offline tomorrow or something. Hello, we got these. Hello there. Yep, I already did that. It's probably best to do that offline, just for me to like bumble around aimlessly. I don't think anyone's really gonna be interested in seeing me like, I don't know, bumble around with materia on stream. Doesn't really make for good or interesting content, I'm pretty sure. But now I know. Yup. I'm getting my BiS stuff. BiS for tea. Biscuits for tea, if you will. Fort, would you kindly actually explain yourself before you go around the fort, dash around the forest like a madman? Blasphemous, even. Okay, I already read these bits of dialogue. You hadn't popped yet? Whatever are you doing here? My mother sent you. Dear heavens, I'm sorry for dragging you into this. You might suspect Quinfort's ranting and raving about the will of the wood again. He ran off shouting about prophecies. I simply had to follow along and make sure he didn't get himself in any trouble. The BiS said they were welcome at any time, of course, but they killed the man to be a bit more circumspect. Might whatever happened to the squirmy little fellow that Quinfort, whatever ungodly reason, believes the great serpent of Ronka? Does it still travel with you, or did it get squished somewhere along the way? What ignorance is this, Val? The divine protector has returned to slumber and nest deep in the heart of Raktika, which now speaks to me in my dreams, even now. God, this guy. Scree. It's so cute. Oh, great one, is it truly you? Return to grace our loyal servant with your presence in this time of need? Truly the one has answered my pleas. I love this dude, he's great. Great servant has been with you all this time. Eris, I can only imagine what sort of dreams he's been having. As skeptical as I am, the BiS seem to put stock into his visions. If there's even a hint of truth to them, who knows what we're in for? I know my very good friend. I've seen it 1,000,000 times in my visions. The venerable forest on the verge of entering a new age of harmony, for the great serpent shall let out a mighty cry, and doing so summon forth they who did serve great Ronka in times of eld. Verily the arrival of the heirs of ancient wisdom is true and nigh at hand. Now is the time we must follow where the great serpent leads, and in doing so lay claim to the great future. Oh my god. Quinfort, not again. Sorry, new posers, but would you mind helping me go after him? There's only one path forward through the forest, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. Poggers. Alright. Goodness gracious. But yeah. We're just getting tea stuff ready to get that going. 'Cause I'm gonna be doing a lot of ultimate stuff, actually. That's just... Good god, that's just... I'm doing constant ultimates, apparently. That's what I'm into these days. Actually. Yeah, because I think... Let's see, what content do I like need to do before Endwalker comes out? That's a good question. Like what do I need to do? I should probably get further in Bozja stuff, right? Should probably get further in Bozja. I've done the raid stuff. I should do a bit more Savage. I need to finish the MSQ, obviously. That's fine. I'll get there. We're doing more MSQ on Wednesday. And we're doing the trial series on Wednesday. Yeah, so we're doing the trial series on Wednesday with more MSQ. And I've done all the raids, so I've got the Alliance and the normal raids done. Is that there's gotta be more. I feel like there has to be more. Like, I'm missing something somewhere. I don't think it's possible to finish the Beast Tribes. There's so many. Who speaks to you, and why do you trespass your sacred forest? Answer me. We'll be dining on rat stew tonight. Ye gods, oh do have mercy, I assure you, yes, most assuredly, we come in peace. Down your arms, my vision speaks true, and I have never known them to speak otherwise. These mousy fellows are the diminutive companion of none other than the descendants of the proud Ronkan tribe of old. Are they Quakuran? You hear from Slithervo, yes? One of the so-called Knights Blessed? Yeah, I'd love to get, like, more through the Beast Tribes, but, God, it takes so fucking long to go through the Beast Tribes. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it is not easy to, like, grind the standing out to, like, progress them. There you are, I swear, Quinfort, how do you take pleasure? Do you take pleasure to driving me mad? My friend here simply cannot control himself sometimes. Promise you I'll give him a stern talking to when we get home. Now, Quinfort. Is that your goal in life, Katie? Friends of the ally of Ronka, are you? You're quite bold or quite foolish to rush forward before the spear point of these as you did. And who or what is this one? I've not seen him nor any of his ilk before, and yet you say he's a descendant of the proud tribe of Ronka? Most assuredly so, for I did foresee his coming in a vision granted to me by none other than the great serpent itself. I mean, it would be nice. Okay, but what kind of polearm? Also, hi, Misfit. He's so stylish! I love him. They squeak. Like, Father, there's two of them. Quickerin? Here? They sound like otters. They do. They're little otter snakes. A cool what? I fear you must be mistaken. But this is understandable. After all, my people have lived in hiding for generations. Do you have any know of those outside are familiar with our kind? Less how far a noble tribe has fallen? Most auspicious encounter this is, for a friend of the Great Serpent is a friend of ours, yes? Pray, my good sir, do enlighten us with the names of your most ancient and venerable tribe. Yeah, I saw somebody use the Connect to do the dancer, like play dancer, but with a Connect. That's wild. That has to be exhausting, too. And we're the Qatari. You could call us Ancient Venerable Tribe. You could call us the Ancient Venerable Tribe, and I cannot deny that we are very much that. Qatari, that is the name I've heard from my elders, and yet I was told the last of the Qatari vanished 100 years ago. Those of us that were born after the flood never paid the stories much heed, but you say you truly stand before Qatari in the flesh? Imagine using a Wii Remote or Joy-Cons for it. I would die. Same. That would not be fun. Like, motion controls in general, I'm not a big fan of. They don't really work out well. Let it be clear, it is clear that my ally Avranka and her friends mean us no harm. Let us put down our arms. And their stow animation looks a lot better. Sheep animation? Play Bard with a Guitar Hero controller? Oh god! Oh no! Somebody made an astrologian made of a Yu-Gi-Oh deck? What? How? Brother and I have come in search of the great artifact of our past. Great stones buried deep in the cave of our fathers' fathers' fathers. How many fathers were they again, father? Scree! Chikuri, have you forgotten your manners? It'd be untoward of us not to introduce ourselves to our honored new friends. I'm Qatari Natal of the Qatari. Qataral Natal of the Qatari. My foolish child is Charquil Qatol. Do forgive us for our improperty. The lift control activates the limit break. The limit break is the whammy button, like the whammy, like stick. Do forgive us for impropriety. For 9 century, our tribe has made its home in the shadow of the light, deep in the forest of the far side of Qatan, raveled by the rushing waters of Riktika Falls. Usually actual dances. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, suits. Yep. We're not always hiding in the darkness, for this place we now stand was once our home. Thinking that fateful day when the skies were flooded with light, facing certain doom, our forebears fled to the forest, but not before a band of the bravest gave their lives to store away our greatest treasures for safekeeping. Hope that one day their children might unearth them anew. These are the artifacts of which my son spoke, the Qatari Satale, a mighty stone monoliths engraved with accumulated knowledge of our people in its entirety. The Quicquarian, like, vibrate a little bit. Of course, it is precisely as I saw in the visions the Great Serpent bestowed upon me. Proud and ancient tribe of scribes and scholars, the stewards of a knowledge of the ancient Ranka. Oh ho! You're most insightful, my friend. Indeed, we were once known as the stewards of note. Title that fittingly describes both our duties as keepers and of written knowledge and surpassing aptitude with which we pursued our task. Our ancestors served proudly as scribes and scriveners for many generations of Rankan emperors. The real jittery like 10 cups of coffee. Yeah, they just pounded a gallon of like coffee before they came and they're like, oh god, not a monster with every meal. Not Death Stranding all over again. This is a role that came quite naturally to our people, for you see, we are not blessed with the longer lifespans of your kind. Thus, from our earliest days, we are not the most meticulous about recording and happening and learnings of our lives, precise to the painstaking detail. Qatari Satale, or more specifically the carvings and etchings that grace their surfaces, represent the summation of the knowledge and the wisdom that we have acquired over the years. They represent, one might say, the collective memory of our people, passed down from the ages. Sorry, nose itched. From generation to generation. Long we dreamed of returning to here to search for the stones, reclaiming our legacy, and yet nasty sin eaters and worse stood on our path, making the journey far too perilous for even an attempt. Then when the skies turned dark and I trembled in terror, but the next I knew, the great serpent was hopping and squirming beside me. He told me that the path through the ravel had been cleared and we were free to go home at last. Precisely, and so that was that my boy received the blessings of our fellow Qatari, became the first knowledge of the generations. Return part of the Great Wood. Unfortunately, we were immediately set upon by all sorts of nasty creatures, forced us to retreat and ponder our course of action. I like how the first Quakuran are scholars. Yeah, that's really cool, Garaka. Also, hi, how are you? We came upon you and threatened you at spear point. Pray forgive us, allies of Ronka. We knew not who you were, nor all that you had suffered to arrive here. And to remain here in the Great Wood to search for these stelae of yours, was it? Were not, we shall tend to Olafano to you, and you are friends to not be harmed. And with that, we must go on our way. Go in peace. That was a close one, wasn't it? I was all but certain Jaquel and I were going to end up skewered. Went up to me, I would have left the boy behind for his safety, but he ever is a curious one, and and would hear nothing about it. No child anymore, father. I am all of 3 summers. How long do these guys live? 3? Why, when I was 3, I could barely walk straight. Oh, I do not doubt it is so, good sir, but for our people, the oldest of whom would be lucky to see 20 summers. Jaquil here is almost a Qatari grown. Okay, so that's interesting. I didn't expect for us to get Quakuran lore, but the Quakuran apparently... oh, excuse me. Yeah, Quakuran apparently only live about, like, a maximum of 20 years? So they probably mature around 4 or 5 or something, right? What about us? If I might change the subject, you know your way around the Great Wood, yes? A reason to believe that our forefathers buried the stellae in the cavern that extends deep to the mountains, near the Oxdalon Gap. Perhaps you might be willing to. Scree. Come, father, we must follow him. Of course, it all makes sense. It is the great serpent who guided you here to us. Now, together we must heed its clarion call. Say no more, great serpent, stewards of Ronka. It would be an honor to assist you in your noble cause. As it was kind of you, good sir, in that case, pray allow me to oblige. Let us follow where the Great One leads. That makes sense, though, to what he said, though. It's like, he said they were short-lived, which is why they're meticulous writers. They record everything so, like, perfectly, so that future generations can be, like, have the benefit of that knowledge immediately and ready to them. That makes sense. That's an interesting way to do it. It's like, bam, you know what he's talking about. Is this like the new Beast Tribe zone or something? Kind of looks like it might be. Sadly, the exact opposite? What do you mean? I've never played Mass Effect. I'll return to this place after 100 years, but what awaits us here? The prospect stirs my heart, makes me tremble in anticipation. It actually proved true. Now I'll never hear the end of it. We have the Divine Protector humbling itself so as to crawl on the ground, that its loyal servants may rediscover and reclaim their proud past. Why, it now brings a tear to my eye. I love this Quinfort guy. He's great. Oh, I love him. Wriggle is in rise excitedly. It appears most eager to see what lies beyond the sealed cave entrance. Father, could this be the place? See, the mark on the cave entrance appears to ancient Runken ward. This is promising, yet problematic. allow me to explain. The Qatari worship Oxdalan, god of the dead, and the world below. Our forebrothers no doubt believe that if they sealed away the still lie deep within the bowels of the land, Dalan himself would watch over them, keep them safe until the day the descendants have returned. It was fascinating. Your knowledge of Runcan tradition is impressive indeed. However, do you manage to know so much despite their chronicles of history being lost to you for so long? Many ruins can be found near Raktika Falls with the wood that we have called home since the flood. We've made an effort to explore and excavate them the best that we could, and our Runcan roots would not entirely be forgotten. A most admirable goal, and one near and dear to my own heart as well. For you see, I'm one of the nice plus who travel here in the parts of the flood to have deep personal interest in the beliefs and traditions of the ancient civilization that once flourished here. They're a short-lived race of space goblins. Their short lifespan means they never really got educated, so they do crimes and such. Oh, that's kind of sad. Also, why do the space goblins have to be evil? I'm pleased to discover that trace lineage back to another to the great sage Dwanel himself. Ayers here is a true ally of Runka. Why does the V's, as the V's tell it, her coming was foretold by the last emperor himself. Descendants of Runka and their allies were reunited across the years. Oh, joyous day, this being must truly be a gift from the Great Serpent. Oh my god. Vouch for Ayers here, she is the very woman who drove the Light Order from these lands. As for the descendants of the Great Sage, why, what's his name? I'd suggest you at least half of his ramblings go in one ear and out the other. Hi, John. Could it truly be? But yes, our hero stands before us, watching your battle in the ravel of the shadows. The moment you struck down that beast of light, we knew that a new age was nigh. Oh, never have I seen such gallantry and valor. Ah, thanks. I saw the battle too. Never have I seen such gallantry and valor. Alright, my good sirs and madam. My good sirs and madam. I'm keen to be an excavation, but I fear it won't be so simple. The warning seal here bars our entrance, and we have to find a way to break it if we hope to proceed. I love Great Sage, what's his name? I love these boys. Valen and Quinford are great, I'm not gonna lie. What I glean from the research is correct. We will require an object of immense arcane power, or a relic that will speak to the seal and convey the Qatari have returned to claim what is ours. Object imbued with the mystical energies of the forest itself. It's an object with the glow of the great wood. As you always say, Father, I shall find it for you. Enthusiasm is admirable, Chuck Roll, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a perilous place. I have no intention on seeing you get snatched up by some terrible beast. But sorry raising them but stopping because of the heartbreak. Oh, that's so sad. So I turned to the hero of the ravel and the son of Twal, my good sirs and madam. Might you know someone who could aid us in our research? Hi, Cries. You can trust me, I'm a botanist. Like a day, clearly you're not merely a hero of the battlefield, but a woman of many talents indeed. We would ever need be indebted to you if we could impose upon you just this once. As the most intended, we'd be most intended. Oh God, my good sir, or was it madam? Father, I can never tell which is which. Excuse you. Enough prowling troll, we must find a way to open this portal once, and we might summon our fellow stewards here and begin searching for this tale in earnest. Qatari bows down and beseeches you. Will you lend us your aid and help my people reclaim a long-lost legacy? I promise you that the debt will not go unpaid. Let's ask much of you, and soon we meet. Needless to say, pray take as much time as you require to consider our effort. If you be inclined, offer us your strength and wisdom, just say the word. Pog. Thing you can do, no wonder Master Vittoria is so happy to have you around. Then as the proud Qatari emerged from the shadows to reclaim the legacy for a century, might the stone monoliths inscribed with their wisdom of ages. Well, I can just feel the wondrous secrets of ancient Ranka stirring within the depths of my soul. The battle of the skies went dark. I could hardly believe my eyes. After all, I'd never seen the... what's the opposite day again? It's green. Hmm? I also can't imagine, like, raising somebody, like... okay, get this. You live for, like, centuries, right? I can't imagine raising somebody who only lives 2 decades. Like, I would be dead. I would be dead if, like... if I only lived for 20 years, right? That's such a short amount of time. And then if you're somebody who lives centuries, like, your frame of time has to be crazy. That's always something that I wish, like... I mean, I feel like there's a lot of fantasy stories or, like, sci-fi stories where it's like, oh, this species of alien lives 1,000 years, or elves are immortal, or something. I feel like they don't play around with those ideas enough, because I think it's a really cool concept to have people that live a really long period of time. And, like, for them, their whole, like, their whole situation is, like, so vastly different. Like, their perspective is so different, and how they live their lives is so different in comparison. I think that's kind of cool. I mean, in some fashion, it's kind of like how it is owning a pet. Yeah, it's actually very similar to owning a pet. Only this pet is, like, a sentient person who, like, has thoughts and dreams and hopes and fears and stuff like that, right? Which, like, oh, bad vibes. That's so sad. Be like, imagine just living that long and just, like, be like, oh, it's been a while since I've seen Jerry. I should go visit him. And then you see Jerry, and Jerry's, like, aged, like, 5 years. And they're like, oh, man, I haven't seen you in so long. And Jerry's like, and then, I don't know, the elf is like, oh, what do you mean? It's only been 5 years. It's not that long. Like, ugh. You know what I mean? Like you could be gone, like, I could leave and go to the source and spend, like, 6 months in the source, and these Qatari would probably be dead. They probably would have, like, died of old age. Like, so have you given any thought to my entreaty? Ali Vronka stands with you. It's been 70 years since I last saw you. Powerfully spoken heirs, truly this is the mark of a new dawn, annals of Ronkan history. As a great sage of my witness, I say let the Qatari rise to glory anew. People used to age to like 50 years. I mean, well, that's not entirely accurate. Back in the day, before a lot of medical advancements, yeah, people's lifespans were a lot shorter, but it wasn't a universal thing either. Different cultures had different life expectancies. That's definitely true. Fun little history fact. Vikings, or the Nordic peoples back in the day, because they weren't just Vikings per se. The Nordic peoples back in the day were famously long-lived, and one of the reasons why they were famously long-lived is because they regularly practiced hygiene, and they bathed regularly. And that was, turns out, a huge factor in their longer lifespans. Versus, like, some other peoples of a similar time, right? Even, I know, like, I even know there's, like, a lot of, like Native American cultures that, like, also had very long lifespans because they regularly practiced hygiene and really took care of themselves really, really well, you know? Well, that old life expectancy was tilted because child mortality was extremely high. That as well, too. Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of things like that, right? Those kind of things about, like, human history back then, a lot of it does vary, especially depending on the contents. They also drank a lot of alcohol, which required them to regularly boil their water, which would less likely become infected through ingestion. Yes, correct. Practiced hygiene certainly has a surprising depth of knowledge as far as medicine was concerned. Yeah, for sure. Which is also wild that, like, to think that, like the Vikings were more hygienic than, like some parts of, like, 18th century London. or like 18th century England. Like the Vikings from 1,000 years ago, and like at some points were more hygienic because. Also, that is true. Leeches did actually work. Like, well, we can make fun of it very easily, and like we should because you can't solve everything with leeches. But for like blood disease, like for a lot of blood diseases, like transfusions are helpful, and that's kind of how they did it. But of course, it didn't work for everything. But people were surprisingly good at the medicine they had access to, right? It's just sort of a lack of knowledge and technology. Yeah, Industrial Revolution was kind of weird, not gonna lie. We kind of took a step back there. Glow of the Great Wood to you. Begin your search. To my long-snouted friend, you may happen to notice a serpent of deer trochel about a rather distinctive pattern of scales and most exquisite body. I have reason to believe that this pattern will indeed lend us to what we seek. People didn't know as much back then, but it didn't mean they were stupid. Exactly. Like ancient China too had an extremely wide breadth of medicinal knowledge and such, and they had a pretty sophisticated system of medicine, as well as like making like pills and treatments that worked really quite well because they knew how to do things, right? Like they knew how to like calm a fever, they knew how to like treat a headache, they knew how to do like all these other things that would like help you, you know? Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah, get some rest. Back when bathing happened once a month? I thought we were comparing medieval kingdoms to the Norse, back when bathing happened like once a month. And to be brutally honest too, there's a lot of medieval cultures that bathed way more often than some. There are some gross exaggerations, especially when it comes to royalty, because turns out a lot of the average citizens of places like France were more hygienic than the royalty themselves. But a lot of our records come from royalty, so we don't necessarily so we get a lot of those accounts of how like disgusting some of them were. Fun fact. Stree. Walk on the serpent's cry. I know the point light glow amidst the serpents represent precise spots, and either that flows through the great wood is most densely concentrated. Worthy and the person of the blind force exposure can really mark to this slimy little scar. Through the doubtless convergence of sorts, that's where we find the specimen of sufficient power to break the seal. Son of Detroit, it says it so. There surely would behoove us to pay heed. Turn to the relic, pray, let Tricolo see it once. I would have my boy gain first-hand knowledge of the wisdom of his forefathers. Oh boy. Okay, let's go down this way, I guess. History's full of little nuggets of how are we still alive. Oh yeah, Cries, we're just talking about like history stuff. Fun little facts and whatnot. Oh hey, are you my mark? Mist spinach. How far have we come? Look, I gotta get my grain company seal somehow. A lot of medieval misconceptions come from the Renaissance who wanted to feel superior and justify their Roman fetish, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Like, a lot of medieval societies were a lot different than how they're portrayed. And, like, we're not nearly as, like, I think brutalist as a lot of things. Oh, I'm so excited to play FF15 tomorrow. I'm so excited to play it tomorrow. Looking forward. Ooh, oh, hello, sweetie. Mine. Ancient Amber. Not what I want. Yeah, I'm so excited for FF15. And I got the full game, by the way. Oh no, is that the game that won? You betcha, baby. FF15 won. I thought you were there for that, Christ. Yeah, fair and square it won. And I am looking forward to it. Alright, something hinky's going on. Road trip. Probably distracted. Yeah, I get it. There we go. I've seen a single thing about FF15. Yeah, no, I'm really excited to try it. Aside from the crossover of 14. Hello there, General Fenobi. Yeah, I'm really excited to try it too because the like crossover is still fresh in my mind, so my excitement for it is still very much there. And I really want to give it a whirl. And we're not going to be overly negative about it at all until I get to see the parts that I like and that I don't like for myself. Right, everybody? Say yes. Shall open revealing pathway to great secrets of the past. I'm not going to watch the movie, no. Also, no spoilers. I'll behave, I promise. Yeah, a lot of this is at Cries. So Cries, look, I get it. They forgot women existed, alright? They forget women exist, but we can still appreciate a game for what it has. But trust me, if there's just no women in the game, I am going to blast it. Harry, but I very much like to get on with the excavation before I die of old age. I'm not gonna watch the movie or the anime series or anything like that. Return, what's this? I don't see something glowing in your person. Oh, there you go. Thank you, sir, madam. Or is it madam, sir? No, this says I need to simply point, says I need to simply point at the door end. You're adorable, oh my god. They took it off the Game Pass. I gotcha. World, it opens. Oh, splendid. Oh, splendiferous. Splendiferous indeed. Look, Father, the seal is broken. For all it has, and with this, after 100 years, we stand on the verge of reclaiming our legacy. Aww. Petty to see Yuzumi's reaction to the game and see her opinions. Thank you, Sari. I think that is an opinion that we should all adopt right now. But our task has only begun. There will be digging, yes, much digging. And Delvey must have the triumphant tidings of the tribesmen and summon them here to assist the excavation. Yes, from this day, the stewards will not rest until the new page in Annals of Qatari history has been written. Don't worry, Father. I will work with you as hard as any steward to reclaim our legacy. Oh, Sir Madam, Eris, will you help us in this quest? Yes? Sir Madam? Jeez. I can't believe this child continues to misgender me. Door of the ancient cave now lies open. Qatari excavation ever can begin in earnest. So we're just excavating shit. This is so cute. Must meet my mother. Mother will be running the camp and seeing everything is in order. Isn't that right, Mother? Yes? My son speaks true. Reclaiming our history is more about grand discoveries of ancient artifacts. There's much that must be done to ensure know about the daily lives of the place, so I would call upon you for aid from time to time if you're not be disinclined to help us. I like their little smile. Will the steward's excavation efforts succeed? Will the lost stelae of the Quitaria return to light? The Chakal might know the wisdom of the ancestors or the ancient secrets destined to stay forever shrouded in darkness. Only the gods know. I love that little serpent. They're so cute. Yeah, we literally have like, they're like Ronkin, like, is it like literally an archaeology dig? It's great. The stewards. Okay. Vessel and helplays. Furthermore, you know, purchase wares. Yep. I like the music here. This is great. I want to go in the hole. I want to go in the hole. I want to go in the hole. Let me dive in the hole. Incorrect, Sari. I believe it's 4 hours. Serpents are in a mood. This is a cute little area. My bad. You're fine. Yep. I'll go gather some shit for you. This is my hole. It was made just for me. Okay. Majill's regret. I hate how this stuff isn't better marked and I have to like search for it like this. Okay, so it's down there. Lake soup. Lake soup. Okay, we're there. The Camille. Astropopolis. Yeah, we're just gonna go over there. Is it supposed to be there or something? Soup. Where the nodes are in a mini-map? Oh, it's right there! Oh. Oh. Okay, I'm a dummy doofus. There we go, that's better. Got him. They're all marked. Aha! Never mind! I appreciate it. Hi, Virtuoso. How you? But yeah, I'm excited for Final Fantasy 15. I'm excited to continue our quest to play every Final Fantasy game. And I'm also very excited to make the bend and such. Also, I think I have decided that we're just gonna take games off. We're gonna probably keep that like wheel of about 5 or so games, and we're just gonna like replace the slot that we finish. And that's how we're gonna like decide on the new games. I think that's probably a good way to do it. Is FF4 in the wheel? Nope, FF4 is not. Most of the older FF games are not on the wheel. I probably will eventually play some of them. 6 in particular, I do want to play 6. I don't have a strong desire to play a lot of the older ones, but I probably will get to them. Just cause like look, I'ma be real. I'm a zoomer, and if the graphics are too terrible, it's gonna not, I'm just gonna lose interest in the game. Granted, the pixel remakes do look rather nice, and I do appreciate some good pixel art. So the pixel stuff doesn't bother me, right? More so, what bothers me the most is like FF7. Like the way FF7 looks is horrendous. I cannot, like, I will not play the original FF7. I can't do it. It just looks so bad, in my opinion. As a boomer, I completely agree. Alright, nice. I would much have preferred FF7 to just be pixely. Oh, is it down below? FF7 had a style they went for and it was bad. Yup. Oh, this is cool. Even amongst fans, I can't play that game anymore, and it was my absolute favorite at the time. Like, let's be honest. There's a reason FF7 got the remake that it did, right? Like the new, like the whole new remake. It's because FF7's very popular, but also FF7 needed that update. Hi, female fighter. How are you? So yeah, it's just really, it's rough. Like, FF10 was fine, and FF10 did have the greatest of graphics. I don't need them to be amazing, right? But it really, man. Too super the good graphics, but at the back end of the last generation of technology. Spirits Within a Watch Party? I don't even know what that is. They need it to be longer, though? I have no idea what Spirits of Within is. Feel free to regale me if you want to. It's a Final Fantasy movie. About... Oh, it's not tied to any games? Oh, okay, I gotcha. Post-apocalyptic Earth, wow. So edgy and cool. It almost destroyed Square. How did that happen? I think they're little nuts. That's adorable. Oh god. Too much money in the movie and it bombed. Oh god. Voiced by Donald Sutherland. What? Huh? Kylo Little Serpent? To delve deeper. I love these Quakurin though. Qatari Quakurin. They look great. They're cute, I love them. Didn't expect the Quakurin to be here, by the way. Little random, but it's a nice touch. Alec Baldwin and Steve Buscemi? What? Hell game. The alien ghosts? Are you guys just fucking with me? I'm scared. Actually, you know what? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I'm too scared. I don't want to know. No, I wish we were fucking with you. Alright, well, on that note, let's go do some Bozja stuff before you cob. I made a studio in Hawaii? Oh, let me do that. Make the movie's plot more mainstream? What is it with companies and being like, alright, so what we gotta do is not do anything our fans like and get new people involved. Because surely the people who are gonna see our movie are going to not be the fans. The fans are just gonna go watch the movie anyway. So we don't have to have anything in relation to them at all. We only gotta attract new people, because those are the people who are gonna see our movie. Well, I really, like, I just wanna slap whatever, like, board of directors or CEO that made this completely disconnected decision. I've answered that. Money. Ho ho ho! That's where you're wrong, Fen, because almost all of the time, those things bomb! That's the thing, though. It's not even I know it's probably because they think they can get more money that way, but it's not like they do, because they don't. They almost always bomb. There's a reason why video game movies don't do well there's a reason they don't do well in theaters. Is because they always try to do something crazy, weird, and new to get not the fans to like the movie, but in doing so, they screw over the only people who are going to go see it, which is the fans. So the movies bomb. They always do. But they think bigger target equals more money. I mean, I suppose. Also, hi, Williver. I suppose. But, like, still, like, why? I hate it. But hello there. Thank you so much for the raid. Super duper appreciate it. Hope you're all having a fabulous time. For those of you that don't know me, hi, my name is Sammy, or Zoomy, or Zoom. Call me. And above my stream is all about positivity, comfy vibes, being a safe place for everybody. We mostly play
Sloppy.
Final Fantasy 14. We mostly play Final Fantasy 14. And we just finished Final Fantasy 10, and we'll be starting Final Fantasy 15 tomorrow. Because I'm gonna play every Final Fantasy game. Every single one. You can't stop me. I'm going to do it. Anyway, but yeah, that's what we mostly do here. We also do Ultimates. I joined a T group, and we're gonna start doing that soon. We have UCOB later tonight. We're doing Bozja Quests right now. I appreciate buff people. I make paying jokes. That's the whole rundown of the stream, I'm pretty sure. Did I miss anything, guys? Is that about right? But thank you so much for the raid, Williver. How are you? Oh, what are you up to? What are you guys doing today? Can we get a shout out for a lovely Williver? Also, Picto Beam, thank you so much for the follow. I super appreciate it. Hope you have an absolutely lovely day. Because if I never lovely, welcome. How are you? Oh, there we go.
Such devastation.
I'm good. I'm glad you're
Not my
good.
intention.
What were you up to? What were you doing? Gotta go here. We're going to do Sunny Love and Light Your Way. Well, you've done a fabulous job. I feel lit up and loved already. Thank you so much.
Such devastation. This was
Blue nonsense. I
not
did a ton
my
of side quests with
intention.
Gladiator. Nice. How is Blue treating you? I still haven't touched Blue, like at all, actually. Probably should at some point. That'd probably be a good idea, right? Probably. Probably.
Such devastation! This was not my intention! Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Pretty good in small groups. It goes pretty fast. Nice. You love to see it. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, good to know. Yeah, I hear Blue Mage is pretty fun. I just have never actually tried it. Oh, Iris, thank you for gifting those gifted subs. That's very poggers of you. Sammy hype. Aw, thanks. You're hype. I super duper appreciate it. Thank you so much. For those of you that got the gifted subs, please enjoy your beautiful emotes.
BiS.twitch.tv user notice #ZoomaZoomy97.
Thank you. I super duper appreciate it, and please enjoy your beautiful emotes, your cursed emotes, ad-free viewing, and of course more of my love and affection. Love you so much. Delete.
It's like all my name days have come at once.
It's Morable. Ooh, I kind of want a Morable. I might need to join. Yeah, doing Savage stuff as all Blue Mages. That sounds kind of fun. I'd be down to do that. That would motivate me to play Blue Mage. Do you want to ride a Morable? Not like that. Look, I fought Morables in Final Fantasy X. I'm good. I'm good. Or Marlboros. I guess they're Marlboros in Final Fantasy X. I'm good, actually. Did you have a sub randomly? Congrats. You've done it. Oh, no, not that. Bad. No, is it you? Yes, there we go. There's only 3.7% of the player base has a Morble mount. Nice. I need to go find Sub. Yeah, go get your Sub. Hell yeah. Close enough. It's overall the same enemy design. Yeah, that's probably true. Enjoy your Bozja. I will. I think. I haven't touched Bozja in a month because I was in the Bozja mines for my level 80 grind. So here we are now. Resistance rank 12. Alright. So we're gonna do some Bozja quests, and it's probably gonna be a terrible idea. This is a bad idea. I'm gonna cry. Alright, cool. Hate it here. 3-minute FF10 Morble plushie. Ah, that's cute. I gotta lurk while I work. Alright, have fun lurking and working. The server's called Malboro. I think that was to avoid confusion, which they renamed Malboros. I think. I could be wrong, but I feel like it was probably to avoid confusion between the two type, like the enemies and the server. All right, Fizzy, get some food. Oh, they're cute. I love them. Oh, Fizzy, thank you for the gifted subs. That's super poggers of you. Oh, thank you so much. Please enjoy your beautiful emotes, your cursed emotes, ad-free view, and of course more of my love and affection. And I'm obviously not sure about that. I tried, Christ. I don't know.
Little son! Little son!
Queen Gunhilder's Guard.
Little son!
Oh, that probably not. Should they push the original stuff in the cupboard? Assembly was surprisingly satisfactory. A suggestion of resistance weapons. Aw, thank you for the hype train. That's kinda poggers. You're poggers. I appreciate it.
The seas part for we alone.
Did someone say train?
Later than forging, these weapons can be enhanced further in accordance with enemies one faces. Alright, fair enough. Signature acquired. I don't like this. Can I just not do this?
The seas part for we alone.
It is once again give Sami money hours. It's not optional.
That's true. It is actually give me money
The
hours.
seas part for we alone.
Emote trolley time.
Both of me Morble and Melboro. I gotcha. Nova and Zerum, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate it. Very kind of you. I believe, yeah, Marlboro is a slap against cigarette companies. I believe that is correct. But yes, Nova, you're right. It is always give Sammy money hours, please. Think about all the terrible things I could buy with it, like... a 5-pound bag of Jolly Ranchers. Not sponsored, by the way. Yet. Funko Pops? Oh god, no thank you. Like boba tea. Oh man, I want some boba tea. Hey Siri, we should get boba tea sometime. Is that a new bag of Jolly Ranchers? You don't know. Like buckets of ranch? Buckets of ranch, baby. Let's go. There's several rolled ice cream stuff here, Sari. I know of many of rolled ice cream. You're gonna want another 2-pound bag of Butterfingers instead. You know, 2 pounds of Butterfingers sounds pretty good too, not gonna lie. Then the ranch, the bathing and ranch stream occurs when I hit 1 million subs. We found a matching ethereal signature and traced it back to the source. Alicia's working on a device that allows us to charge the crystal focus using the area's ambient ether. As you might expect, its extraction will be delicate work. As such, we would accompany you to oversee the operation ourselves. Shall we be off? Are those concurrent subs? How many subs do I need to unlock every emote? Because that's how many subs it requires, factually. Oh, fuck that. We're gonna teleport. It's however many I need to unlock all emotes. I think that's probably like, I don't know, like 100,000 or some shit. So yeah, 100,000 concurrent subs. That's when we do the Ranch Bass stream. Now leave me alone. Oh no, they got ambushed by Imperials. It can't see you. Right, actually, never mind, I have to kill this thing. I just remembered this game is absurd when it comes to, let's see, when it comes to the range on these, enemies. Somebody just wants me to grow old drawing emotes. That is correct, actually. I think to myself, how can I age cries even further? How can I age cries even further than boom, the answer's before me? Oh, don't stun me, that's rude. There you go fuck yourself. There you go. Fuck my head. Such strong support. Thank you. Very kind. Choo choo. I think Sammy would love a Yuna or Lulu one more. She had the space. Or like a Riku or an Oron one. That'd be good too. Or like a Titus one. The problem is we don't really have a lot of space. Like I don't have enough subs. We need more subs to unlock another emote slot. Though I could get rid of one of the current emotes already. We don't really use the no you emote, and I do wanna get some of the others. There's 2 emotes that still need to get replaced as well. More subs? Do we have some doms? No, stop. Yeah, so like I need more. I would need more subs to like unlock another emote. So I mean, hey, if anybody's down for that, we can try that. I was thinking about maybe doing something either in October or November to like try to push to get another emote slot. Not 100% sure what to do. I was thinking about it. Though I guess we've got emotes. We have bit emote slots. We do have bit emote slots, so we could make an emote for one of those because that's where the corn cob went. We could do something like that, and I think we have. Don't we have follower emotes or something? Isn't that a thing we do? Is that a thing now? We could also probably make an emote and put it like on, what, BTTV? I think you can. You can like upload your own emotes that way. My apologies, there was preoccupation with excavation device left us all but oblivious to their approach. It will not happen again. There's a streamer here. I have no clue. I'm pretty sure we do. Cries, do you have any ideas for an FF10 emote? Are you alright? I heard screaming. An ambush by the Garleans. Thankfully, Eris arrived before we came to harm. A missed opportunity to see you in action. At least you're all unharmed. Alicia, have we reached our destination? That certainly is. You know, an animated... We don't have any animated emotes. An animated emote would be really good. What if we had a laughing Titus emote? How would we do that? That'd be kind of fun. So you be Yuna for a while? I mean, it could maybe. But I mean, Cries, we do have slots. We do have a couple of other slots. They're just not normal subscriber slots. But we could fill them. Animated ear wiggles when? It's not my forte. Hurry up, Cry. I'm kidding. Put a huge rise in levels NR G180 waves. That's definitely the place. Let's begin. So we're talking about filling spots. You betcha. How much longer until its energies are fully restored? Just a normal day. You betcha. I mean, we're talking about emote slots. An excellent question, but unfortunately a rather difficult one to answer with certainty. Considering the high concentrations of Aether is absorbed thus far, I'd imagine it sufficiently stores to suit our purpose. We must be mindful, however, in the naturally occurring Aether, this location will take time to restore itself should we need to charge the focus again. Please don't be evil. Again? No, I don't think that will be necessary. Yeah, here we go. Pardon? Yeah, that's, okay. Sure, what are you doing? Don't worry, I still have need of you yet. I'm sure he refuses to stand down. A wise decision. Yeah, of course. Teleportation sound effect. Now, at least they explained the sudden disappearance. Pocket sand. I hate this game. We all do. I know. Yeah, we do have more emote slots. I think getting some animated ones would be really good. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, Cries. I'm in a complicated love-hate relationship with this game. I knew it was gonna happen. Like, I knew it was gonna happen. I'm not happy about it. Supposed to be a dead person here. Apparently not. Didn't want it to happen so soon, but I guess here we are. Now I remember why I stopped playing the Bozja quest line. I remember now. God, son of a bitch. Aegis, right. Sup, my dude? Dark is not the issue here. Dark is not the issue, correct. It has nothing to do with that. She did what? No, I cannot believe it. Guys, you're saying she stole the crystal focus as well?
Name days have come at once.
Angry Catman. And Shadowless, thank you for the 6 months. I super duper appreciate it. Did you know that 3 + 3 = 6, which is how many months you've been subscribed for? Thank you so much. Time to determine how and why the betrayal in Makoto's rescue must be made a priority. As the main mission, I may not be working alone. I need to bring me a list of close acquaintances she had within the Resistance. I have questions for them. Yes, sir. And this is after the one guy stood up for her, too. Fully honest with you, we haven't the troops to spare from Makoto's rescue with stretched tooth and as is. We'll leave her at the mercy of the Empire. They would capture her alive, suggest they're playing to expertise or preternatural gifts. To again determine precisely where she is being held, I believe that we have resources that would be best focused on storming Castrium Lactus Alatori. If she falls, her safety can be more easily assured. We will focus on the efforts of her rescue thereafter. You have my word? It's whatever. Yeah, Shadowless, how are you? How's it going? Meanwhile, Castrum Lactus Latore. It's Team Evil. I'm tired of sitting about with our thumbs up our asses. Bearded Grandpa. Wait, why wait for forces? We grabbed the Bozja Resistance right off the board in one fell swoop. Even if the troops stationed here at the cache, they wouldn't stand a chance. And hot evil guy! You've already demonstrated gross insubordination by leading charges in the field against orders. Soldiers have been court-martialed for far less, and such behavior ill befits one of your station. I'll remind you that the true objective is the subjugation of Dalmasca and the seizure of its resources, not to engage in petty skirmishes with these Bozjan curs. Hey, it's off-brand checked. It is kind of off-brand checked, huh? Yeah, I was gonna say when I stopped a while back because other things came up, and yeah, no, you're right, Renz. You're right. Yep. We dealt with in due course, but only by the Damascan resistance has been annihilated. Annihilated. You think you're talking to, boy? I know full well that we need to bring Damascus to heal. I've said at the beginning that invading Bozja was a waste of time. The sooner we get this over with, the better. Sass. Okay, this is Lenatus, yeah. Waste of time yet. Who was it at the front of center during the invasion? I've forgotten the soldiers you sacrificed for the sake of this waste of time. Retaining our foothold here is essential to our plans. Now that Dome and Alamigo have reclaimed their independence, the Bozjans will have been inspired to follow suit. Should they succeed, the Damascans will be next. And I hope to withstand a united resistance from all sides. Waste your breath, Alabalio. The only thing this rabid dog understands is bloodshed. Watch your tongue, or it's your blood that'll be shed next. Surround me all you like, there's no escaping the truth. The Empire is doomed to fall. Before long, the 4th Legion will have no home to return to. Your point being... if Gabaranth is to build a new nation, we have to regain control of these provinces. Okay. You know our dear boy Noah better than most, and I'm sure you've made plans of your own for this new nation that he's building. I don't appreciate your tone. Are you implying that I would betray his trust? Oh, would you stop? If anyone hates the pandemic pedantry more than me, it's you. Perhaps. But so long as I have hands to play, am I wrong to keep it? That's the way of it, eh? Fine, sit here and hatch your schemes. My place is on the battlefield. Very well, if that is your wish, then the dust settles and the judgment bells toll. I pray you will be ready to answer for your transgressions. Just shrugs. Are you certain this is wise? Dog he may be, but he's not without his uses. I dare say there's none more loyal to Gabarin than the 4th Legion. What's more, is he not so foolish as to seek out false glory of an honorable death in battle? His beast shall provide adequate distraction for our enemies. In the meantime, I have the Kashim in your hands. Should the Bozjans advance thus far, I trust you will not disappoint me. By your leave. Is he the Fire Mage guy? I think so. Because Leon is the Beast King, I believe. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, I'll jump in. Why not? This is gonna give me time to be angry about this quest line. This will give me plenty of time to just be mad about the quest line, which is exactly what I want to do. Because, like, alright, look. We're gonna talk about this. There's only so many times I can, like, almost, like, just kind of feel like I'm being, like, made fun of in a way when, like, the same type of character continues to get killed off around me, or turns evil, or is bad, or is something like that. Like, that can only happen so many times before I feel like I'm being made fun of. I ain't gonna lie, it kind of feels like I'm being made fun of right now. Queer baiting but for Femrose? I mean, no, yes, I don't know. But it's really not fun when, like, you consistently are having... Oh, we want to go to the sides, right? Oh, no, that is the sides. Whoops, read that wrong. When you're consistently trying to, I don't know, just have fun? Like, you know? Because, like, okay, imagine this. Like, literally imagine you play... Imagine you play a Lalafell, and then, there's a lot of really bad stereotypes about Lalafells that aren't really necessarily true, but still feel really bad and negative and such, right? And the game then does absolutely nothing to, like, disprove any of these, like, negative, perceptions, right? All Lalafells are, like, alleged, except for one, for example. Like what? There's one exception. There's one oh, I messed it up. There's one exception. Would you feel good? Like, you picked this character because you're like, oh yeah, this is really cool. Then you find out all the NPCs either don't exist or just have negative perception based off of them. While it's true that Femrose don't have necessarily overwhelmingly negative perceptions, they just don't exist. They just, like, straight up don't exist. Like, that's the problem, and that's what's upsetting, is that, like, you picked the species because you're like, oh man, this is really cool, right? And, like, correct, until, they just don't exist. Like, they just, nothing happens, because there's nothing there. I don't know. It really sucks. Like, it really sucks. Are we gonna wipe in this? Yeah, because it's like, yeah, it's true that, like, oh, am I tanking right now? Cool. Yeah, sure, I'll tank. Like, it's one thing to have Femrose, like, it's one thing to have, like, Duskwights just not really exist, but it's not even, it's about female rose specifically. I would also agree to that too. But also, like, remember this. Duskwights are a specific type of Elzen. There's a shit ton of Elzen. And while obviously having, like, more Duskwights in the game would be great, but imagine if there were just no Elzen, period. Let alone no Duskwights. Because that's what's happening, right? Like, that's the situation. And you're right, too. It is mostly about just the lack of female rows. There's plenty of male rows. There's just no femme rows. And it really does feel like there's a... perhaps a... I don't know, maybe what's the right word? A fear of, like, trying to, like, well, time to super glide. Yep. Yeah, this is gonna go bad. I'm gonna die. Yeah, pretty sure we wipe here. A fear of big, strong women. I think that's kind of infantilizing it a little bit, or making too light of it. I think it's not a fear of big, strong women. I think it's a fear of, like, just... maybe female like, I don't want to sound all like, ooh, but like, maybe it's legit just women who don't fit the mold. Was the assailant, she's dead too. We just have the two of them on B team with Science holding the line. Correct. It's like, because if you're gonna see a female character in this game, she's gonna be a Haier, she's gonna be an Aura, or she's gonna be a Cat Girl or a Lalafell. And that's about it. Right? Viera have appeared as of like Shadowbringers, so like that's kinda nice. Like, so that's kinda nice, right? But aside from that, you still don't see Femme Elzen, you still don't see Femme Rose, and you still really don't see Femme Highlanders either, right? You still see a very specific type of female character that continues to exist. Do the twins count? I mean, I guess, I mean, Alizé is important, sure, but also, like, you guys are missing the point. The twins are the twins, sure. But like, yeah, like you're missing the point here. Is like, the point being, there's like 1 or 2 characters versus the dozens. Because it doesn't just matter on the sake of like whether this character is important to like the Scions or something. What matters is whether they're actual characters in the story. It's the same body type, hyper feminine, very light skin. Yeah. Exactly, you see that a ton. That's a little off topic, Larry. Twins are primarily different and also kids. Yes, that's a big thing too. I can't believe that we're like still in this right now, I'm not gonna lie. Oh god, yeah, that fucking killed me. Jeez, dear lord. Because like the thing is, can count Femrose on one hand. Exactly. Like, it's like, yes, Murrawib exists. She's great. She's the only fucking one. Like, it's literally it. Retag Femme Highlander that pile as well, since they're pretty much different to Midlanders. Verdolo's all they got. Yes. My Femro retainer is pretty and a smartass. Good. Probably a res guys here. Oh. We all good? Perfect. And then prominent Femro in the game who don't get fridged or die. Yeah, we're not counting minor NPCs and job quests. No. Like, they don't count, they don't matter. Like, can you honestly name me more Femros on one hand, more than one hand, I'm talking more than 5, that appear in the main MSQ, or other main story series, including, like, the raids? Like, think about that. There's Merlwib, Moonbrita, and Misja, I believe. And that's it. If we count Bozja. If we count Bozja. I'm not kidding. That's really bad. That's not good. Now, can you name me all of the cat girls? See my point. Like, it's just, and just, like, in background space, too. Like, you also just don't see Femros a lot in the background. Like, and just, like, even minor side NPCs, they are significantly outnumbered by everybody else. And that really sucks. Only because there's only too many cat girls to remember. Exactly! Exactly! Yeah, even in Limsa, where you'd think you'd see more Femros, they're weirdly uncommon. There's a few, sure. But isn't Limsa supposed to be the Rose City? Well, then why is there, like, double the amount of male Rose compared to Femros? In Limsa, that is. I completely believe you. I completely believe you, Asmira. I believe that they could be resolved once we reclaim Bozja now. Now I don't know what to think. I have every intention of investigating Misha and her past. A difficult endeavor, much like me. She has no living relatives, so it'll take time to determine what, if any, close acquaintances she had with resistance. And where to go at once. That doesn't make any sense. Why would she? So, like, I don't know, it's just... Yeah, it's just really frustrating, and it really upsets me. I'm not gonna lie. Because it just, like... It almost feels like I'm being made fun of. And I know that's not the point. I know that's not the whole reason, right? But, like... Just kind of what it feels like. Because I saw Femros, I saw Rhodians, and I was like, oh, they look really cool. I want to play them, because they seem like a really cool species, and I really like the way they look. And then I get into the game, and now it just feels like I'm a joke. So. That's where we are. We're back to save. Let's focus on efforts for taking the cash room. Sure. Whatever you say. And no one would have batted an eye. Exactly. Like, I know we want to make the, we obviously want to put Hrothgar in the game here for Bozja. I get that. There's plenty of Hrothgar. You could make one of the Gunhilder's blades Ephemera. That would be nice. You could just do that. Just one of them. One of them Ephemera. Whether it's replacing a Hrothgar or just one of the higher girls. You could do that, but they won't. I'm gonna tropes up, I think that's how to find Makoto. Should wait until after crystal focus to absorb either before making it off of Makoto, right? Equipment to trace the ethereal signature charge focus being released to Makoto too. That's assuming, of course, they're being kept in the same place. Want to cover the entire southern front, and that's just 2 more senses that need to be set up there, and then are you up to it? That wouldn't really solve the issue. No, it wouldn't solve the issue, but it would be better. It'd be better, like, because we're not just talking about speaking roles, but we're talking about just existing in the game. They feel extremely absent through everything. So having just one being a Gunhilder like blade, what, just having one of them being a Gunhilder blade would be nice. It would be good to see. Sure, it wouldn't solve everything, but it would be nice to have. And there's definitely there's no good reason why that could not happen. I found 2 spots that give us maximum coverage. You'll be mark them on the map. I know it's not a long shot, but we have to try, right? Sure. Misha's, her very presence. Yeah, same. It feels weird, right? I don't know. Whatever. So you're giving me the impression that Bozja was a Rothgar in the Row Nation? Same. Ephemeral plot points. Like you, Sammy. You know, if Squeenix hires me, that'd be great. Look, Cries, calm down. It's fine. Look, we're talking in circles. We are talking in circles when it comes to technical limitations. It's fine. Let it go. I think everything's been said on that point that we can. I agree, technical limitation isn't a good excuse, but I think we're all agreeing. I think we're all agreeing on that point, so just leave it be. One point it was very weird with races, sure. Yes. FF11 version 2? Yeah. So let's start the remote scanner. Was it supposed to do that? I'm more than really electric track on the crystal focus of my code. Dope. Yep, can we stop talking about 1.0? This isn't going anywhere, guys. Please. Like, it's kind of off topic. Like, it's fine. I get what you're saying, but like, this doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about, really. Especially since Bozja's Shadowbringers content. Like, what boots am I using? I'm using the 2B boots. I mean, they're actually like these level 68 ones, which I need better gear, honestly. But yeah, basically I'm just using like the 2B boots for my Gunbreaker Glam. I love my Gunbreaker Glam, by the way. I think it looks kind of awesome. Eris looks hot. I love that. Love that for her. Hi, Leo. How's it going? Yeah, please stop talking about 1.0. Oh my god. Mavis read the boots badly just there. The 2B boots? What do you mean? Hi, Crimson. How's it going? That's a great glam, fits the great class, right? I think the Gunbreaker Glam really like suits the whole like, the glam suits kind of just like the swag of the class. Like the glam just fits that really well. Swag's actually a good word for it, to be honest. Like it's a suiting word. It's a suitable word. I mean, what? Working on luck on the near raids. Nice. Near raids are super fun. I hope you enjoy them. As if I can't track down the crystal focus. Dope. Oh, I'm still in the party with that person, huh? Oops, does that go that way? Gunbreaker has a lot of swagger as a tank, they really do. That's how they tank. They just tank by being, like, awesome. They're just like, I'm so cool, I can tank now. Maybe that's why they have got sort of the worst defensive stats of tanks. Maybe that's why. They just show up with, like, a leather jacket. Nice car, thanks. Thanks, I got it from an emo boy. I know. I'm aware, Leo. Does somebody say tanks? Hi, Mana, how are you? We go to the sweater I'm using for my Gunbreaker glam. Probably. Depends on what the sweater's made out of. Not because we're secretly using the trench coat to hide 3 DPS. Shh. Don't tell anybody. Crimson, you can't tell people that. You can't tell. Prom. No, you can't tell people that. Guys, we have to keep that a secret. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why are you saying that? Dark of Legend here reporting for duty. How are you? Dark Knight also happens to be my favorite tank. To be fair, I really like Gunbreaker too. Dark and Gunbreaker are both up there for me, but I really like Dark. Welcome, Anna. I'm doing pretty great, and I'm glad to see you got good taste in tanks. You're back. Sorry, do we need another sensor? No, everything's went according to plan. I managed to locate the crystal focus. Thing is as we feared, the crystal focus is being held at the castrum. Makes sense when you think about it, with it being the enemy's main stronghold and all. Sorry for wasting your time out there, Eris. Mana, thank you so much for the follow. I super appreciate it. Hope everyone have an absolutely magical day. Because my name is magical. Love you so much. Welcome. You're on Crystal? Hell yeah. Oh, what server? For all we knew, the folks could have been well moved to Dalmasca. Thanks for you and your blade, Eris. We've all removed doubts as to its whereabouts. The mains always have undeniably good taste. You betcha, baby. Facts. That's true, I suppose. Some issues betrayal let you lose us with Garlands. Do not like to understand how we make use of the crystal focus without assistance. Brynhilder? Nice! Hell yeah. I have several friends on Brynhilder. Makoto is, in all likelihood, being held with Cashroom as well. I like the little pink in her hair. Still a chance to save her? Meanwhile, at Castrum Lactis Latore. Yes, over there. Goblin is a server. Grown. Castrum Lactade? Oh god. Say Makoto? Misha, where? We're gonna answer a few questions for me. We can start by how you're able to glimpse into the future. Misha, why? Why are you helping the Empire? Oh, Makoto. I'm the one asking the question here, now answer. No, not until you tell me why. I think you understand your situation here. Are you truly that naive? Is it for power, renown? Have you always been on their side? I may show you a woman of conviction. You wouldn't do something like this without good reason. You know me as well as you say. I would hazard you already have the answer. You truly place your faith in Noah? Noah Van Gabrin? I've read about him and his father, the famed Knights of the Republic of Londis. They say he was a man of vision. He may legate us of the 4th Legion for what intelligence could gather. He pays no heed to race, parentage, or creed of his followers. Huh, so you're telling me the person who was subjugated to frequent levels of abuse by the very people that were supposedly her own comrades switched sides to the bad guys because the bad guys were like, yo, we're not going to be racist to you or misogynistic towards you or classist to you. That same impartial judgment extends to the provinces under his control, if I'm not mistaken. Havens for those seeking a free life of prejudice and hate. No reason at all. Truly believe equality be found under the imperial standard. My, the dutiful bookworm can read between the lines. Perhaps I give you a little too little credit. I can have a posit theory as a conjecture, for I will never know the indignity your family suffered, nor can I speak of the alarming disparity between the nobles and commoners, even before Bozja succumbed to imperial rule. As I understand, it was a country where the needs of the few outweighed those of the many. The wealthy were free to forge their own futures, while the poor were free to only to die should they fail their daily struggle to survive. God, Makoto's saying the quiet part out loud. Damn! Even some few nobles were opposed to the nation being governed by an oligarchy. There appears a never-relinquished power for the wealth of and the wealth for the greater good. Bozja sounds like a fucking awful place. It sounds like Udall, but worse. Well, Bozja is no more. I realize there are those among the resistance who yearn for the halcyon days of their forebears, who would judge you based on your lineage rather than the content of your character. Their voices are echoes of the reprehensible past. You should understand better that than anyone. The future of Balgesian and Marsark mean to build a way forward to pave with dignity and equality. Times change, Misha. People change. No, people don't change. They only fool themselves into believing they can. I was ridiculed, marginalized, treated like an other by the mere virtue of being highborn. Theirs was the righteous path, mine the immoral. Balgesian and Marsark claim that they want to put an end to discrimination, but there's no escaping their true nature. Their hatred must be driven out with force. Would putting your faith in them be such a terrible thing? If you only knew the depths of their malice, their treachery. I should tell you the tragedy of Queen Gunhildr and the great betrayal of her followers. I'm sure you've heard the legends of Save the Queen. Blessed blade that could only be wielded by Queen Gunhildr. Yes, I've heard the tales. When her kingdom came under attack during the First Humble Calamities, she brought the full might of the blade to bear to save her people, and in so doing, gave her own life. There was to be an end to her reign, but I fail to see what this has to do with anything. See, is this supposed to be a row? Is this supposed to be a row? Because why don't we have more rows? Before the Fourth Humble Calamity, Gunhildr's blades foresaw that their coming doom. As the kingdom's active political body, they saw it as their duty to save their people at any cost, and devised a play to save Bozja using the power of the Holy Blade. Queen's body would serve as a conduit for the blade's power, allowing them to summon a god. No, you don't mean? A primal summoning, yes, though perhaps it'd be more fitting to call it an icon. The blade was, after all, originally a relic stolen from the Elegians. An icon, heavens forfend. There's one problem, however. The queen knew that once she took the power of this god, there'd be no turning back. She was a coward, and despite her duty to protect the people, she chose her own life over theirs. But Gunhilder's blades could not see their efforts come to naught. For they soon realized the sacrifice need not be the presently reigning queen, nor did they need to be of noble blood. And so, lowborn shrine maiden was chosen to ascend the throne. Obedient to a fault, she did not hesitate to give her life to forestall the coming calamity. With the tragic tale end there, but I'm afraid it takes a rather bloody turn. See, despite sacrificing yourself to save Bosch, the new queen did not die, nor was she consumed by the icon's power. It was the woman of Ishgard, Ysael, capable of such a feat. But to embrace the power of the icon and to retain her sense of self, that would mean this queen possessed the echo. Also, too, this confirms, this is an interesting bit of lore, because this confirms the reason why Ysael was able to retain her sense of source via summoning the primal was because of the echo. Which is easy to assume, but, like, we know this for fact, because, like, this is basically for fact now. Which is good to know, right? The power struck fear into the hearts of Gunhilder's blades, for God now walked among them. Rather than puppet the blades had wished for, she was pure and free, and for that, she was slain. They killed her. The blades could not risk her discovering the truth of her ascension, that she was a sacrificial lamb to save their highborn brethren. They claimed the queen had gone mad, drunk with the god's power, leaving them no choice but to slay her. She was then buried along with the blade and the truth. Does that mean the Warrior of Light can summon primals for free to kill them now? Yes, and that is exactly what we do during the Eden raids, actually. Or, partially do. Where did you learn this? Let's just say it's a bit of family history. I answered my question. How are you able to see the future? I don't know. I've never been able to use it of my own volition. Suppose it doesn't matter. We'll drag it out of you soon enough. Oh. Oh no. Oh, they have one of those. Well, huh. See, the really shitty thing is, I'm not gonna lie, I was legitimately with Misja until that. Cause, like, I'm gonna be brutally honest. I believe her. I don't think she's got any real reason to lie. I don't think she's got any real reason to lie, and that seems like the truth, and from what we can piece together, that does seem like the truth. And I ain't gonna lie, from everything we have seen, and from what we've observed, what she said about the Fourth Legion seems to be true. And from what we have seen firsthand, Misja has been under an incredible amount of abuse that is being perpetrated at the very allies and companions that she has. It is a no fucking brainer that she changed sides. It is a no-brainer. Like, literally not. I'm at the traumatized trial. It did, yeah. No, like, obviously, I'm not saying, hey, torture's good or anything, but, like, I don't know, up until that point, I was, like, 100% with her. I was like, you know what? I don't know, does the Fourth Legion need any help? Like, God. I hate that. Like, I hate it. Like, Maybe I'm internalizing this more than I should be because, like, I'm also a row or something? I don't know. But, like, it's really hard to just, like... This sucks. I don't want to help the resistance. I really don't. Like, I don't want to help them. Like, come on. It's just comparable to defector from one of the many kingdoms that Rome or like the Mongols under Genghis Khan conquered. Yeah. I don't really want to help the Bozjans either after this. But the Empire is bad. Sure, the Empire is bad, I agree with you. But is the 4th Legion... Are they really a part of the Empire? Because they seem very separatist. They seem extremely separatist. They're talking about founding a new nation and everything, and that conversation with those other 3 earlier, like, they straight up said, they straight up said that, like, yeah, we all know the Empire's gonna fall apart soon, and we won't have anywhere to go, so we need to make our own place. How the heck does Garlemald even exist right now? I mean, Garlemald's completely crumbling, right? They know they're on a sinking ship and they're looking for a way out, yeah? Like, it really does feel like, it really does feel like the 4th Legion and the Resistance could probably just sit down and talk this out. And maybe, like, converge. Right? I don't know. It's easy to say that's bad retaliation, but man, these characters living through these stories, I really can't get mad when extreme measures are taken in spite. I mean, for sure, and it's not even in spite, like how would you feel if somebody just abused the fuck out of you, like, every day? Because, like, that was, like, Mishja's life. Like, she just got, like, verbally abused, like, every day, and there's, well, and we don't even know, like, she literally got cornered by a group of them at one point. And they looked pretty threatening, like, I'm not gonna lie, come on. And she's a high-ranking officer, even. Like, what's happening to other people that we don't even know about? Oh my god. Like, it's frustrating. Same reason why I always defended Suyu. Oh, same. Like, I love Suyu. I love her a lot. I really do. I feel really bad for her. But, like, I don't know, and I wonder how many people in the 4th Legion are very similar to Mistja too. Like, I wonder if there's a way for this conflict to be resolved peacefully. I think that'd be a really good solution. Is there a gear requirement for Bozja? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know, it'd be nice if there was, like, a peaceful solution so that everyone could just kind of lay down their arms and we could all just kind of work together here. Because I don't really want, I think this is a case of, like, I think this is a case of, like, when you have, I think this is one of the, like, a case of one of those, you know how, like, the lines are blurred. Both sides are in the wrong. Both sides want this or that. Nah, straight up, I think both sides are right now. Like, I think both sides are in the right in their own way, and they just need to, like, converge. Because I think they can. I think they could. You can see where this could go, but you don't want it to get there. You just want to find a better way. I do want to find a better way, yeah. In the Final Fantasy XIV mood. Because I guarantee you, and we have every piece of lore information available to us that confirms what I'm about to say. We have good reason to believe, great reason to believe, that the 4th Legion is made up of a lot of people who are not really down for the whole Empire thing, and really just want their own kind of a home at this point. That they're filled with people that are not true-blooded Imperials that are about, you know, killing savages and stuff like that. Like, they really don't strike me like that. And that's just like, I don't want to kill them. I don't. Like, can we just, like, find a different way, maybe? That'd be great. Find something a bit more amicable. You have to save her? Working on it. What kind of... I got a lot of clusters. Oh, that's a little parasol. It's Malevolence, Windcaller. Cool. Yeah, just... God, it'd just be nice to find a peaceful solution where we didn't have to just kill everybody, you know? Like... Ah! The Lady of Blades. I've got some new ones. Oh, Marsic. I do like Clarice. She's got fucking sunglasses. Oh? Hmm. Just like... Alright. This lady's so young. Old Catman. Do you think, it makes you think, Dissolution of Empire maybe shouldn't return the previous oppressive bigot of nations to power? You know, maybe, yeah, actually. Clarice just lived her best life, right? Yeah, maybe actually we should just, like, maybe hit the restart button on everything. Try to figure stuff out. But yeah, same grave. I'm hoping the story goes... I'm hoping the story goes to a way where, like... we get to find some level of peace. Before the Empire conquered it, Alamigo was Eorzea's nemesis. That is true. That is true. The Eorzean Alliance was made to fight Alamigo. The four Eorzean nations of Ishgard, Gridania, Udal, and Limsa Lominsa unified to fight Alamigo. So, like, I don't know, right? We got one label rejoining somewhere, just need to go find it. No, please, no rejoinings. Alright, Emmett, calm down there. That was come, Eris. This day we should take cash from Lactus Latore. After risk stuff, you my humblest thanks. We cannot come this far without your aid. Wait, what's saying my friend prepared to ride the Garleans? Just summon Emmett into Bozja, he'll sort things out. Ah, I don't know about that. May not be the fiercest yet, but do not forget your training, do not forget what we have fought for. You are going to Hilder's blades, and by the Queen's grace we shall prevail this time. Let us make ready for the battle for Bozja. And he says by the Queen's grace, that just feels Even worse. God. What suggests powerful mage presently commands Castrum? Continued presence of Leon San Helsios has no doubt proved troublesome, to say the least. Trouble made from your memories of Emmett? You? Where did that come from? I don't think anyone was talking. Nobody was talking about that. What do you mean? We might be how we want, but Emmett would sort things out one way or another. Look, all I'm saying is we just gotta untemper Emmett. We just gotta detemper Emmett. And then have him help restructure nations in a healthy way. Like... Detempered Emmett alongside Alphino political masterminds. They could do it. They could do it. I bet you. I bet you they could. So they decide I'm confident we can be victorious at the end. The Castro. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. We're in 5.5 Zerum. Focus. So apparently, to get the Castrum, I need to get Castrum, I just need to wait. I think. Oh. Interesting. All right. I might do that. That's not what I want to do. How do I... Links to the info, no problem. How the hecky do I equip? I don't know how to do that. One critical engagement popped? Oh, okay. Oh, we're already in it. That's fine. I got no idea how to, like, equip this shit. Like, add it in here or something? Huh. Alright, well, whatever. I don't know how to do it. My holster? What's a holster? Oh! Oh, so you can like, oh. Oh! Like that. Okay, that was the wrong thing, but okay. I never knew this existed. I never knew I could press lost find holster. That's new. Alright. Damn, it really be like that. Also, good night, Garaka. But yeah. Feature found. Woo! Anyway, chat. This is the perfect time for me to talk about some lore shit, because I want to talk about some lore stuff, if that's okay with you. I'm a little lore goblin. I got my hands on a little lore orb. Because we're talking about Bozja stuff. And this is kind of a continuation of what we were talking about before. But this is gonna be kind of like a two-part question. First of all, the Empire. Second of all, how do you think we best solve the situation of the Empire? Because I want to talk about that a little bit. Clearly, the Empire's falling apart, and it's going to fall apart, and we're probably going to be a part of some level of reconstruction or recreation or something like that. Maybe there'll be stuff for 7.0 or 6.x or something like that. It's very clear the Empire's completely falling apart. So, like, what do you think would be, like, what's a good way to, like, solve that? Oh, it's Dansley. Cause like I got some theories. I got some theories, but before I say things, I don't want to color your expectations. So I got some lore business. Okay, democracy. Not a bad like pick. I get where you're going on that. It's not a bad pick. Are you caught up in patches? I am not. I still have not finished 5.5. Thought I dodged that one. I mean, I get what you're saying, Asmira, but that's very... I feel like that's very like, well, of course, right? Like, yeah, reconstruct them to their need. I mean, yes. I want to give Gaius a hug. And I can't wait to tease him endlessly about his elevator speech. That is the purgatory that he belongs in now. Oh, crap. Okay, these little gears are kind of hard to see, I'm not gonna lie. But also, keep in mind, I still haven't done the trial series. So, don't spoil shit. If you spoil shit, I'm pissed. Oh my god. You can't freaking see these things. God damn, son of a bitch. Ugh. I have so many stacks of Ulm. You have all those lasers every single time. They're really hard to see. Like I'm struggling to see them like when I'm like near the boss. Like it's, oh my god. Oh yeah. That's actually important to note. The original home of the Garleans. The original home of the Garleans is not where sort of the Garlean Republic resided. They were booted off of their land by other nations. They were forced northwards. These guys, how very good. But yeah. So I think it would be potentially good to have them, I guess, either re-inhabit those lands or something, but like, or potentially, honestly, they could move to Eorzea. Eorzea probably has space. You could make another city-state. You probably could. That'd be a little hard to do, but like, Old Sharlayan is currently inhabited by Gobbies, right? There's probably a lot of territory around there that like they could live or at least cohabitate with, potentially. Cohabitate with Gobbies. And Gobbies do, you know, Gobbies do enjoy their tech. Don't hurt the Gob. Why would we hurt the Gobbies? What part of what I said indicated they were gonna hurt the Gobbies? All I'm saying is, I'm sure Idleshire would potentially welcome them. Are you kidding me? Which is like more of my point. The Gobbies would probably love to talk with like a technologically advanced folks. Or Mardona. Mardona's a good one. A place is notoriously inhospitable. Revenant's Toll is a bit of a miracle. Sure. But my point about the old Sharlayan land still stands point. Like, or New Sharlayan or whatever it's called. You know what I mean. Like, there could be some cohabitation with Gobos, right? I don't know, like, imagine like that city sort of like reinvented and then repopulated with like Garleans. And they like finally have a land of their own. Urania's got some fields, true. Hi Ashley. Let's have a tour. Inferno. Join the Gobby commune. Everyone should join the Gobby commune. I agree. Just become as Gobby. This guy's got some serious fire magic. I admire that. We love a bitch who loves explosions. Also, go Lalafell, go. Well, that's Heavensward and Text Crawl began. Oh, nice smash. Did you finish Heavensward? Become as Gob. Become as Gob. We love a Gobby. But yeah, like, cause like honest opinion. Oh, whoa. That's living liquid, but he's on fire. Oh my god, he got thick. He's all jiggly. Am I gonna get hit by that? Okay, thank god. He's all jiggly. Oh no, he's hot. Uh-oh. Oh no, that poor Lalafell. Living Liquid Jiggly. Max, Ashley, I hope you are ready for all the jokes I'm gonna make about Living Liquid. I hope you are ready for that. Roasted potato. So you cop tonight? Yes, you cop tonight. In about 20 minutes, actually. Should probably get ready for that. I probably shouldn't be doing this right now. We got to 23% on Titania. We've seen all of her mechanics, I believe. We just need to, like, finish her, essentially. Oh, no punching here. Exactly, because there's no shame in making puns here. I know all the jokes by now. Bold of you to assume I can't invent more Living Liquid jokes. But yeah, we have limited UCOB time tonight. I was thinking that we may potentially be able to actually get, to Nail tonight, but I'm not sure we are if we're gonna be doing, if we've got the limited time, which is unfortunate, but. Also, hi, Shadowless. Yeah, anyway, lore discussion. I don't know, I've just been thinking a lot about, like, the Empire and stuff, especially with, like, doing 5.5 and then, like, now doing more Bozja stuff. I've been thinking a lot about those resolutions, and I don't know if there's a lot of them, or any of them, that are, like, really all that good. Oh, hi. Oh, that was a great thing to walk into. Fantastic. But I did have some ideas. But I guess maybe I want to wait till, like, maybe I should wait till, like, 5.5 to, oh. Haha! I'm a genius. Before I, like, actually give them, like, solidify them, I should say. Oh, he still got me. Rude. Galactus Latori just dropped. Is that it? Cashroom time. How long does Lactus Latori take? It's just a critical engagement, right? Like, it's just a critical engagement, right? It's not like 25 to 40 minutes. Fuck. Alright, I don't have enough time. That's gonna have to happen later. It's really long. Right. It's a dungeon. Oh. I thought it was a critical engagement. Aha. Well then. Well then. I feel a bit silly. But also a critical engagement. Of course it is. Okay, fine then, I guess. Well, shit. Okay, well. That's where we're at then. Cool. I had critical engagements occurring. I could probably do that, right? I could probably do Rise of the Robots. I got like 10-15 minutes. Are people already gathered up? I see Wake, Syrupy. I see Wake and Syrupy. Yeah. I am gonna ping folks, just as a reminder. Froggen 15. But good luck on you, Cobb. You got this. We always got this, excuse. Oh, actually, can I withdraw? There's only like 5 people signed up for this. I think we're gonna die. Probably that large scale assault notice. I guess. I mean that makes sense. You know, but that's the neat part. You don't. Oh, excuse me. Right. Can I just like abandon that? They'll never know. They'll never know. Who's gonna tell them? You're in the waiting room? Dope. I'll wait your room. I'll room your waiting room. Okay. I'm gonna add to holster. That's in the holster. Add to holster too, right? Maybe that as well. Cool. Perfect. I think that works. I think that's how that works. Alright, love me some didgeridoos, not gonna lie. What exactly is this an emote of? Don't worry about it. It's from a time long past. It's from a time long past. I should get them replaced. I am trying to get them replaced, actually. It's cute. Well, thank you. They're cute. I agree. Lizard. Not a lizard, actually. But yes, very cute. But they don't really make any. Reminds me of Yoshi. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. That's all fine. Shark? It is a shark. Yes. It's like it's a round shark. Shark. Love me a short. I can't use return, that's right. That's fine. I love a good short. What was I gonna say? But yeah. But now that we're going, you know, neck first into all the Final Fantasy stuff, that's where Shark Stream comes from. Yeah. It was kind of like a joke slash meme slash whole thing that we like made fun of and stuff, because I love sharks. Like, to clarify, like, sharks are like my favorite animal. I love sharks. They're fantastic. So we made like short stuff, and like that was pretty fun. And then we went to Final Fantasy, and then that rabbit hole happened, and now we're here. As you can tell. They say Blahouge. Yeah, Blahouge. Blahouge. Sharks are really cool. I love them. You're really, yeah. Sharks. Shark, shark, shark. Okay. I'm probably gonna start getting ready. I'm probably gonna start getting people in for the UCOB prog because I'd prefer to start probably like right at 7, like start right on time, just because we're gonna be ending an hour early. So if we're ending an hour early, we might as well. There we go. Might as well like start on time. Do that. Delete my mail here. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Let's get a move on. Yeah, that's why I've got like shark jokes and stuff like that. Wake, Syrupy, Violet, are you guys cool if I start like grabbing you? Also, is Aspen back home yet? I have no idea. If I start yanking people, is anybody gonna be alarmed or scared or anything like that? I guess there's one person I can yank. I don't want to spook anybody.
Hello.
Oh, why?
Why?
Hi.
You don't
Hi,
like
Ashley.
my cute new intro?
Yeah, you know, it just doesn't sound quite like you. When I think of Ashley, I don't think of hello.
Do you think of bruh?
I think of bruh, yes.
I'm the girl who says bruh. Oh my god.
Sorry, you're a bruh girl, and I apologize.
That's good. I like that actually.
Also,
That's-
get over here
that's
so I
goals.
can invite you, you doofus.
I will. I'm in a dungeon right now.
How fucking dare you?
I know. I just decided to do one roulette to warm up. It's fine. It's almost done though.
Oh, you're fine. Pog. Okay, cool. Now, if
Poggy
only
Woggy.
the others would respond to me.
If only.
If only. See, like, I know I could just, like, yoink them, but, like, I don't want to, because I'd feel bad about that if they're, like, doing something. I feel like I need consent to be dragged to the channel.
It's true. You know, I get you. I get you. You don't want to spook anyone.
You're in the cafe? The Catboy Cafe? Where is that again? That's our neighbor, right?
Yeah. Man, I want to go to a Catboy Cafe.
Is this one? Our house? We have a cafe? You haven't seen my cat? You have a cafe?
You have a Catboy Cafe and you haven't invited me? What the fuck?
Oh my god, this is so far away. Oh, no, that didn't work. You have a cafe?
Yeah, I talked about it like a
What
bit
the
ago.
fuck?
Hold on, let me
And you
mute
didn't
your
invite
stream.
me.
I have invited. It's an open invitation to everybody that wants to come.
It's not an
room
open
30.
invitation if I don't know about it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Max. Well, here's a formal invitation to the both of you.
Yay.
Oh my god, you have a cafe!
Catboy
What the
Cafe
fuck?
Pog.
Yeah.
Huh.
Everybody's setting up their rooms to be different things. Like, I know
Oh.
Snackin' is setting up a mahjong parlor.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
This is my cafe with a fully stocked bar in the back.
Dude, my favorite thing about... You know what my favorite thing about playing Final Fantasy XIV is?
What's that?
Is the fact that when you enter a dungeon, you have one tank, and then you have 3 DPS.
It's great.
It's just one of them's green.
Green DP, yes. Green DPS.
Also, is it?
I never thought I'd have to hallowed ground a level 70 dungeon pull before, but here I am.
Am I allowed to start? Can I yank everybody else, Syrupy?
We were honestly waiting to
You
be.
better
yanked.
just fucking
I
do
didn't
it.
want to because I didn't like you
Just
guys weren't in the
fucking
waiting
do
room,
it.
so I felt bad about it.
The
Okay.
precedent has been set now. You can do it. It's,
Oh wait,
it's okay.
actually, hang on. Aha! It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't
It's
worry
not
about
shit.
it. Don't worry
Not
about it. Okay, so now we're just waiting on Aspen and Kiki, right?
He's
Why are you
he's
this
still-
much of a damned fool?
He's still at work, so he's gonna be there for another 5 minutes or a little bit over, depending on
How-
if the call that he's having is particularly long.
How dare that cat boy be on call?
How dare he? How dare he work? How dare he?
How dare. If that's the case, I will leave you all to your own devices. I'm gonna go to the bathroom now. The idea is
Yeah.
we're gonna try to start as close to 7 as we can because we have only 2 hours tonight.
Yes.
Short cob, short cob.
Short cob. Short cob,
I would
like
appreciate
my
this.
hair.
Your hair, yeah, your hair's pretty short, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
true.
nice.
That's true. It is on the shortest.
But it is really nice. And
You're
very,
really nice.
and very pretty.
You are also very pretty, yes.
Yes.
All right. I'll be back. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm also gonna go get another beverage. And then we're gonna prog or our short cob tonight. So let me actually change the title over. So blind BLM UCob prog and Femro domination. Is this UCob or flirt cob? What have I told you? There are 6 couples in this sorry, not 6. Oh my god. There are 3 couples, 6 people that are in relationships with each other in this UCob group. What if I told you that? What if I told you that? What if I told you that? Anyway, I'd also like to say that you're very pretty. Ah, thank you. I was immediately confused. I was like, sorry. Gotta love it. It's flirt cop. Flirt cop's a good name for that, actually. Romantic cob? No, that's too many. Romance cob? Cute cob? Cute cob. Cute cob's not bad. You say we need to pair up the last 2? I don't think the last 2. Well, I'm pretty sure one of the members of the last 2 is already in a relationship. You're a cute cob. I'll cob you, Ashley. Ah, yes. I am prepared for Prague, baby! This is my getting ready face. It's great. Rom-com! Oh, that's great. You're absolutely the best. I love it. Hell yeah. Anyway, please clip that because I let my headphones slide off my face for that. Please clip that. That's me. I love autumn. Oh, I was referring. Well, that's actually true. You're right. Both of the other 2 remaining people are also in their own kind of, you know, quandaries, if you will. Were you guys in Prague? We are still on Twintania. We are at the last part of Twintania. We are at the last mechanic of Twintania. So we're down at her last legs. I'm hoping we can get to Nail tonight, but we have shorter time, so I'm not sure we can. But we'll see. Depends on how good we can get everybody ready and shit. Twin is fun. I fucking hate the twisters. Ship Cob. Ship Cob's good. Ship Cob's good. Also, hi, Vathri. Ship Cob or Rom Cob? I like Rom Cob quite a bit. That's pretty good. Anyway, I'll be right back. You guys don't go anywhere. Or do go somewhere. I can't stop you, technically. There we go. Can't stop you anyway, so I'll be right back. You have all a beautiful time. We will get you Cobb, our Rom Cobb, started in a little bit. In the meantime, enjoy the music. 1, 2, 3, BRT.